Holla peeps, it's your girl Schree reporting live for SchreeTV. What you say? Holla. Watching Dr. Drew right now.
Has basically done a turnaround because last night they were saying that charges would not be filed in this case. Now they are saying the potential is there, and it all depends on a piece of evidence called an iPad.
This whole Zimmerman thing is quite the craze all day long.
They're putting together because Shelley Zimmerman was recording as she was trying to get some pots and pans out of the house. And they want to see if
what you say Shelley was recording and he threw her iPod or her iPad or whatever it was.
Thank you, Gene. And this is the first time I had a chance to talk to you about this case. Do you have any comments on what went on with these two yesterday?
Well, in general, claims made in the middle of a divorce are not considered the most believable. They often turn out to be...
How dare you?
Untrue. What you see a lot of, and these are,
and Coulter's on Dr. Drew.
Often wives or ex-wives accusing the husband of child abuse. Mia Farrow accused Woody Allen of abusing not only her adopted child that he ended up marrying, but other children.
I like her.
Now it gets investigated, and these are serious people signing legal documents. It's a very
she's the queen of writing books, huh? This bitch writes books like all the time. It's like all she does is write books.
Accusations are going back and forth in the middle of a divorce. This wasn't even, a signed paper. And I do kind of feel sorry for Zimmerman. I mean, his life is completely under a microscope. He got pulled over for speeding. Nobody ever said he was a saint. His claim was he legally used a gun and...
Let me check my Facebook.
What happened there, Lauren? You had a reaction.
This guy, how could you feel sorry for George Zimmerman? This guy is... It's ridiculous. Best thing they're going to tell me is he got 9 lives. This man has had a restraining order, has gotten away with murder, and now could potentially be in an abusive situation with his wife when any other Joe would have gone to jail. We're still waiting to see what this iPad is going to say.
I agree, and as Gene said, this piece of evidence called the iPad, this mysterious iPad.
Yeah.
What is this that you speak of, Gene? But before we go further, I want to get a look at some of the new surveillance video from outside the house so we can discuss it. I'll give you guys each a chance to ring in here. Here, what I want to show you is Shelley following George into the house. This is outside. All right, outside their home. She seems to be videotaping it with that iPad. Then, like 10 minutes later, they appear to be arguing outside there. I don't know if you can see that. There they are, arguing a fight. Now he appears to grab the iPad, rip it up, and throw it on the ground. I don't see, though, but Danny, I don't see domestic violence per se, or is that enough to be a domestic violence sort of gesture?
Well, we can't hear what is being said, and often the words could potentially be construed as a threat. But taking a step back, I think that's why we have a separate body of law, a separate court system for domestic violence. It's as if the criminal court system has said, in all, you two can have each other. That's what happens in divorces. It's this kind of back and forth, battles like these, and while the video evidence will give us information about what actually happened, ultimately, in many of these cases, both sides are to blame. And to quote some of my more jaded colleagues, in divorce law, it is cheaper to keep her.
Lynn,
Wow.
I don't think you've got any more facts on the case. I know you've been watching very carefully, Lynn. What do you got?
Well, Dr. Drew, the thing that's interesting is that the police said today what's going to be essential about that iPad is whether or not...
It's going down on your girl's Facebook page. You need to get with me.
And to be able to bend an iPad like that, it's extremely difficult. So what's going to be interesting is getting that video, seeing what's going on inside the house. Because outside the house, you're just seeing a minor altercation. And you may be asking yourself, why in the world would they even be videotaping in general? Well, it is not uncommon for divorce attorneys to tell their client, videotape everything or take photographs because your spouse may allege that you took something that you weren't allowed to take. It's an uncomfortable thing, but it is very common for divorce attorneys to tell their clients to do that.
And
Yeah.
Lynn, I established with you yesterday that you sort of went through something yourself, and so is this, personally, can you relate in any way to what they're going through?
Well, I mean, personally, I'd rather not go into what my situation was, but I can say that anytime anyone...
Where's Miss Ali?
don't think that anyone.
I want Miss Ali to be
an
on.
enjoyable situation. I heard Jane talking earlier that she actually had a great situation where they said, no, you take it, no, you take it. And then they went out to lunch afterwards. I think Jane Mitchell should write a book on how to get divorced and become best friends. It just isn't common. And somebody else said, you never really know the person until you divorce them.
Oh.
They become a different person.
Oh, my God.
And terrible things happen. It's not fun.
And not to out you as well, but in the green room before the show, we had a little chit-chat, and you said, yeah, women, they can lie. Do you think Shelley's lying?
Well, I don't know. No one ever says as true as a claim made in a divorce proceeding, which is why, all of the hysteria when this first broke on the first day, and even at this point we don't know because we haven't seen what's on the iPad, everybody settled down. And again, I return to the point, it's not like George Zimmerman is being nominated to the Supreme Court here. He defended himself legally when he was being mugged as a court found. Well, you may disagree with that, but there was a trial, and now every single thing he does when he stops proceeding, it makes headlines.
Hold on.
Good,
Hold
Jack.
on. And nowhere in court was it said that George Zimmerman was being mugged by Trayvon Martin. Don't you think it would be a little
using
kind
a
of
colloquial expression, but that is what was said.
expression? A mugging is a mugging. What's a
The
colloquial
evidence shows that he took the first punch. I am using a colloquial expression for what it is that was found by the jury in court. That it was Trayvon Martin that hit him first, that he was the one having his head bashed in. That is a mugging. It may not be a legal term. That's what happened, and that's why he was acquitted. No, I should his every speech.
And actually, I would add, there you go. And actually, I would add I would actually add, by the way, and terrific plug for your book, out now, by the way. The problem here is that it was brilliant. Here's the issue. When it comes to this stuff, you watch in that video, it appears that she may be following him into the house. How would you feel being followed into the house and videotaped? These are two people who are clearly antagonizing each other. And ultimately, they both know how to get on each other's nerves. I think obviously the video could totally tell us something that George Zimmerman committed an act of violence. But for all of you who are bringing in his acquittal, and I remind you, Ann got it right, it was an acquittal. Whatever your personal opinion is, that's for Starbucks. That's smoke-filled coffee house, whatever.
Hang on. Now, here's what I want to do. Hang on, Lauren, I'm going to give you a chance to respond, but if you guys would play that, can we play the camera from the cruiser that showed up while Lauren's giving her reaction? Lauren's been sitting quietly. I'm going to give her a chance, but we're going to look at the camera. This is the footage from the cruiser that showed up very first on the scene, and I think they didn't arrest him. They held him very briefly. Go ahead, Lauren. Then we got to go out.
I'm sorry, it has nothing to do with that camera. First, I have to deal with the fact that we've even suggested that Trayvon Martin was mugging George Zimmerman. That is absolutely ridiculous and insulting. Look, no, that case is over for you. That case is not over for those of us who care about that young man's life and the life of other young men that could be put in a similar position. It's over for you because it can conveniently be over for you. But it is not over for many of us who are concerned that it could happen. No, it is not over for me. And that's why people are addressing the laws that relate to it. And we're also dealing with the fact that this could happen again. And as you see, this man is involved in yet another altercation potentially that he could be responsible for.
Right.
Now, don't tell me what's over for me. I will let you know what's over for me.
Just to let them know.
Hang on, Danny. Gotta take a break. Hold your thoughts. We'll get more of this in just a second. This one's over for you for the moment. But very interesting. Could these two, either Shelley or George, be facing charges? As we've said, the iPad may be the key to that. We'll have a chance to talk more about this. And later, a toddler missing since June, now found dead. What do the little girl's mom and her ex-boyfriend know about this? More after this.
Dr. Drew on call. Brought to you by new fast-acting Advil. Nothing works faster.
Introducing new fast-acting Advil with an ultra-thin coating and fast-absorbing Advil ion core technology. It stops pain before it gets worse. Nothing works faster. New fast-acting Advil.
Hello, Pete. So I was on Facebook. See? If I don't have lipstick on, I just lick and lick and lick my lips. Like, guess what day it is?
Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is?
Guess what day it is?
Come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Listen, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-woo! Hump day, yeah!
I'd say happier than a camel on Wednesday.
Hump day!
Get happy. Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more. We really wanted to take a relaxing trip to Florida. You know, just to unwind.
But we can only afford one trip this year because high school reunion is coming up in Seattle.
Everyone's going. Then we heard about Hotwire and realized you could actually...
I knew I put my lipstick in my pocket
Really nice hotels have
before I went to lunch.
So
There it is.
4-star hotels for half price.
I should have been voted most likely to travel. Save big on car rentals, too, from $11.95 a day. After Robert Blake was acquitted of his wife's murder, so why does he owe her family millions? HLN Friday night. The murder of Bonnie Lee Bakley is a real-life Hollywood whodunit of the next Nancy Grace mystery. HLN Friday night, 80 Eastern.
There we go.
Stop struggling with heavy hoses that are taped and deliver little or no water. Introducing the incredible flexible hose. Turn the water on, and it expands up to 3 times its original
Had to
length.
ditch the old lipstick, embrace the new lipstick.
Without tangling. When you turn the water off, as it drains,
Out with the old,
back to its original shape.
in with the new.
Hoses can weigh between 8 and 12 pounds, but a 25-foot flexible hose weighs less than a pound. So washing your windows or spraying off your gutters has never been easier. The flexible hose is made of a top double wall construction
Oh,
that
let me
is
turn on the
designed to
ball.
bend and stretch but never kink. Call or visit FlexibleHose.com.
Hey now.
For the incredible flexible hose for only $19.95. Call right now, and we will include a 7-way adjustable spray nozzle free. But wait, order today, and we'll give you a second flexible hose system free. Just pay separate processing and handling. That's 2 flexible hoses and 2 7-way adjustable spray nozzles, a $40 value, all for only $19.95.
Because she said he had a gun, we placed him in cuffs right out of the gate. Then we walked in to quickly interview her and make sure there was no injuries.
Appears as though she lied. There was no gun present.
And then found out
Oh, she lied to the police.
Then we asked the 4 guys out.
Zimmerman's wife.
No gun. Then we asked George Zimmerman, you got a gun? I didn't have a gun on me. I don't know what she's talking about. We were never in his vehicle, so I wouldn't know if there was one in there or not.
But he had a knife though.
Jenny Hunt and our panel, I want to share with you guys a couple of tweets. First of all, Lauren, reaction.
He had a woman too.
Lauren, your lawyer.
That's better than a knife or a gun as a weapon if you want to hurt your woman.
By jury over. I'll give you a chance to respond to that.
See, he should be in my workshop. Okay, I was playing around with the idea on Facebook. You know, I believe I could get a good turnout of guys. Because you know what? Guys are losing all their game. And I'm thinking about doing a workshop. Not that I really have time to do it, but it's necessary. You know, for guys or girls that like girls. That are boys. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know, to know how to deal with a woman. You know, women know what women want. You know, and as evidenced on Facebook, you know, a lot of guys approach women the wrong way.
I'll show you. But if you're going to plant your flag and say there's racial inequity, you picked the wrong case with George Zimmerman.
I will give out some pointers, but see, that's going to cost money.
And it is.
Okay? Times are hard. Sister got to make money.
There are other issues, such as stand your ground law, such as the jury instructions, and the fact that
I mean,
came out of that case,
girls just slipping through your fingers.
We didn't know what to do. We didn't know. issues that extend far outside of this case. And those of us that
Raise your hand if you would come to my class.
listen, it may happen.
What should I charge?
No way minimize
Let me think of something fair.
minimize it.
Let's see, it should be what? A good 2 hours. 2 hours.
What is happening to
$40 an hour.
What do you mean?
$80. 2 hours, $80.
And he is still in the position.
That's what I'm charged for it.
Possibly could be involved in a physical or violent.
So hit me up if you want to be in my class, my workshop. Schree, helping men get game. That's the name of it. Schree, helping men get game.
Not get yourself in situations where you were speeding or involved in
We'll figure out where. I think I know where I want to have it. So, there it is. Bring a notebook and a pen.
Pulled over twice for speeding since what has been about 3 months now.
I like that.
To be under the microscope like this, he
really like that.
for this to happen.
So once you guys start getting back to me that you're interested in Schree, helping men get game, the workshop, $80, 2 hours, $40 an hour. That's very, very reasonable. Okay, it may seem expensive, but I'm very, very good. So once you guys get back to me, then we'll pick a date. Holla.
Most often in Florida by black defendants. I mean, the stand your ground law is not a racial issue. It's a victim rights issue.
I like Ann Coulter. She's hot and kind of loony, you know.
Issues that come up in addition to the racial issues from the case. The guns issue.
And put this video up.
Frankly, it shouldn't be
I love you guys.
for George Chapman Paxson
Holla.
to shoot Trayvon, who was unarmed.